let the bodies hit the floor. Oh, I thought that's what you were saying, Simon. Is that incorrect?
Dig the hole.
Dig the hole. Welcome to Teach Me How to Wrexham. We ride the ride, which is Seb Revin hype train, faster than a turbocharged V8 on an open highway. That man has my engine purring like a 69 Mustang on a crisp morning. Smooth, powerful, and built to dominate the left wing. If Wrexham was a car fixer-upper muscle magnet in the making, Seb Revin would be the mechanic with a wrench in one hand and a dream in the other, tuning this squad into a roaring beast that we call top of automatic promotion League One.
I'm just going to have to butt in and totally change the vibe of the show. But what you're talking about there, the muscle car, there is only one. There can be but one, and it is Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Mad Max, mate. Don't you know that? Aussies, Mad Max. And our captain to be, our goal scorer extraordinaire, Mad Max, says, Seb.
This is where we stop being friends at this exact moment right now.
Why? You're taking on
because
Mad Max.
There's only one true muscle car. And that is the slowest entry-level Ford Mustang, non-V8, stock, only muscle car and show on the outside of the body. That's a true American muscle car.
Once you've finished, we've done here, Google Australian muscle cars if you want to see a real muscle car.
I'm only going to do that on a not safe for work. Let me just tell you right now. I'll be looking at Australian muscle, and not safe from work car.
But Mad Max says to Seb, "Oi, you're in shotgun. I've got the wheel."
Ooh. Okay.
Just quietly.
Let me share something with you because I think
is it curable?
Will this share? Can you see that?
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go. Revved up.
Yeah.
Revved up, Revy. Will this let me go to the next one? Do the next one I told you. There we go. There we go. Revved up, Revin. But yeah, so that was all just to say, did I not appreciate Revin? He was outstanding in the last match. How are you feeling after that?
And where he not surprised me but pleased me was his defence too, which shows, I think, the work Longman has to do to get to that sort of level that, even Barney, in his 2-year anniversary at Wrexham, Barney has been able to come up from Solihull Malls as a defender, as a winger, and been able to add that defensive side to his game. So that's been, superb to watch.
Yeah. It was a match that had my emotions going up and down. There's been enough time that plenty of people have covered it. We don't have to go into detail from that Mansfield match, but hey, we got those 3 points. There was a lot of good takeaways. It could have been 5.
But Saturday was so good for us when we didn't play. Everyone else drew or lost, and then all we had to do was win. Not all, but we did what we did. We took our part of the bargain, or did our part of the bargain. Anyway, we move on. We move on to next week.
For everybody that's joining us for the first time, this is Teach Me How to Wrexham. I am Ran. That is Simon. We are in the midst of the sabbatical from SJ. She is off doing her intensive training, and she will come back and teach us when she gets back from sabbatical the things that she learned and was paid for while she was gone. But we are missing. We're guaranteed, though, that next week when SJ goes to Cosm in LA to watch Wrexham versus Huddersfield next Wednesday?
I'll believe you.
Yeah. So next Wednesday, I don't know. I forgot which day it was, but she's going out next week to Cosm. And she said she was going to do a live sign-on so she can walk around, show the camera around the phone, take a look at Cosm, and maybe bump into some other Wrexham people out there, so some people we might know. So if anybody is going to Cosm's next match in LA, get in contact with us, get in contact with SJ, maybe a little pregame party
midweek?
Or so.
Is it midweek or the weekend?
It's during the week.
Huddersfield, the weekend's Rotherham.
Yeah, Huddersfield. Yeah, midweek. Yep. And it's just the way that U.S. sports are as far as percentage of like domination of what's going to bring in the most money. A League One EFL game, you're only going to see it in COSM at the moment during the week. On the weekend, Saturdays are college football during this time of the year, and ratings wise, nothing can touch college football. It's like that is I was going to say as American as apple pie, but then I'm like, did we get that from Germans or I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll say as American as fry bread. That's American. That is only a Native American thing. So
Toast.
No, fry bread. Fry bread. It's basically like kind of like funnel cake or something like that. It's bread that is hand done and then fried in oil, and it's normally adorned with some type of like maybe honey. Sometimes you could get some like maybe cinnamon or something else on there, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also like Navajo tacos. They're the fry bread, but then they basically put the meat and veg inside the fry bread, almost like a pita. So you have that fluffy, like, they're delicious. They're good stuff. Yeah. But we should also look at the table. So everybody's joining us.
I thought we could look at the table.
We could look at the table to eat. We could look at the table to play some matches, whatever segue you want. So normally, if you're joining us for the first time, normally what we do, we'll take a look at the table where our current standings are, give a good perspective there, look at the upcoming matches, any tidbits of information that we can punch in and share, and then normally a couple of not safe for work. In this episode, though, I jumped the gun, Simon. We need to cover Cryptic's construct to start us off. I jumped the gun. I apologize for that. We need to know the answer from last week, and we need next week's clue. So let me tee you up real quick. What Simon does every week is the cryptic man himself comes up with a puzzle of words. Those words must be deciphered, and they represent a player, a current player at the moment in this game. It's a current player. Is that still correct?
That's still, yes.
Okay. It is a current player. There is not always guaranteed that it will be a current player that the cryptic construct is. So it is a current player on the Wrexham squad, and we are at the part of the season where those players could repeat. You never know. You never know what's coming. So Simon will give you the clue. It's going to be a repeat of what we left last week. People can tune in. You can share it with Simon. You can put it in our comment section. You can go on Blue Sky, Twitter, whatever. You can email it to us. And if you win, you can choose from the grab bag. You can get stickers, all that beautiful stuff. Needless to say, Simon is a master of the puzzles, and we are just the lay people. So Simon, let the good people at home listening or viewing know what they're in for today.
Well, last week I left you with a cliffhanger that really wasn't much of a cliff. Host pristine. And another word for a host. You can't. Another word for a host is master of ceremonies or an MC.
An MC.
And pristine, clean. And Liz Jones got this one right, apart from big bestest little sister. Liz Jones got this one right. So Liz, contact us and you can get your hand on Ryan's goodies.
Oh, nice.
McLean. Host MC, pristine, clean, MC. This week. You don't get that this week.
Wait, real quick. Liz Jones was, did she just contact you?
No, it's on YouTube chat. It's on
YouTube comments.
Channel.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So good job, Liz Jones. In
done.
case Liz Jones knew or not knew, there's the bag of goodies, Wrexham goodies that you can, you dip your hand in and take a goodie. Unfortunately, the Welsh flag is gone. That is bestest little sister in the world got that one.
You get that for having 5 right and never being able to enter ever again. Just quietly.
Hey, it's the there should be a special thing for getting it 5 right and retired. Like there's
yeah. Retire the number. Retire the
retire the number.
Retire the Twitter feed. I like your thinking.
Yeah, Meg,
this week though,
your kit has been retired. Yes.
This week it's a tough one. I've made it harder to give you a couple of days thinking music time. Blue Staff fix canal out south. See how you go with that one.
Blue Staff fix canal out south.
It's a tough one.
Wow.
I'll leave you with that for a week.
That is hard. That is hard. Wow. I don't even have a big staff
words. Well, you'll have a look again. You're busy at the moment thinking about that table full of enchiladas and fried bread and things, aren't you?
Yes.
You're gone.
Yes.
I'm just happy we're third on the table, still within striking distance of Wickham. You know, with Stockport and Huddersfield and Leighton Orient losing on the weekend, and us winning, it certainly has kept us in touch of second place in that automatic promotion place. And we're playing 8th place Bolton, who are only really 8 points behind us. You know, they're just outside the playoff positions. But of course, we have Peterborough coming up beforehand, and they're 20th. So we've beaten both of them at home recently. So I would hope we can do so again.
Wow. And we have a run of top teams that we're going into the hornet's nest, and we're going to get stung. It's going to happen. We just hope that we minimize it, because we have upcoming matches where pick your poison who from the top 10 you want to face. And it's kicking off with we do have the Peterborough match, but then we have the Bolton Wanderers. And you gave me a little stat before of our last matchup against Bolton Wanderers. And
we've had two this season. 1-0 at home just 10 days ago, was it, in the trophy? So that was with poor Andy Cannon getting a winner in the 70th, and it didn't look good at all, did it? And your heart goes out for the kid, for the lad, for the man, for the lion-hearted Andy Cannon. Cut that. Everyone else is cutting that.
Cut that. Cut
that bit out.
Yeah. The portion with Peterborough back on January 4th, 1-0, Wrexham home match on that one.
Stephen Fletcher. Ooh. Man himself, the Scottish Viking Jesus himself.
Scottish Viking Jesus. You know, somewhere in there is sexy, but I didn't know that the S was Scottish, but okay, it is. I thought it was sexy Viking Jesus, but fine. Whatever. What is this? Burger King, have it your own way? Oh, quick aside. Do you know about the Blue Sky account? Something like, I'm going to say it wrong, but it's something like Thirst Trap Wrexham or something like that, where they have their Thirst player of the match that they vote each week, where they have like it's like a group of people that are like saying not necessarily who was the sexiest, but you can say who was the sexiest that match and who was your player of the match. It exists. I stumbled my way into that part of Blue Sky this past week, and
I'm coming. Let me in.
Yeah. I was dying. There's some good creativity in there. It's it's hard to tell how much is jokes and how much is serious. You hope that it's all jokes, but if some of it is serious, you're like, hey, you got to what you got to. People like what they like. All right. No judgment. But yeah, so we're doing okay on the table. 3 points off of Wickham, and
they have
20,000 points off of Birmingham. So yeah.
Well, now that Stansfield's grown his leg back too, he can hopefully put a few past Wickham and help knock their goal difference down a bit, because they've still got a 7 on the goal difference on us. So we need theirs to come down a bit. So a nice little 2-0, 3-0 loss, and if we can have a 2-0 or 3-0 win, there's a quick turnaround in the goal difference. So see how we go.
Now we have the 2 matches that are coming up, right? The Peterborough trophy match, and then we have Bolton Wanderers on the weekend. And it's an early game, the Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I'm going to be in Europe. So it's going to be normal time for me. It's going to be
like the final. Are you in now the final countdown?
Pretty damn close, because I leave in less than 2 days. So
you didn't get the musical reference, the final countdown.
No, in the back of my head I was
except copyright.
Yeah, I know. if I did that good, nobody will watch this video, because I was so pinpoint on my tune, my pitch perfect tune, that I nailed it, and we got copyright struck.
We got cut.
But yeah, I'm getting close. It's getting close. Less than I think it's less than
48.
Less than 40 hours, maybe something like that. It's soon, and so I'll be in Germany for that match, for the for the Bolton and the Peterborough. I'll be on the plane. So when that trophy match is going, we kind of alluded to it before, I'll pony up and pay whatever dumb price they're charging Wi-Fi for. And if I can, unless it's something like, if it's under $10, I'll pay it. If it's over $10, I might just have to watch it later.
Last time I flew international, the one time, it was $10.
It was $10.
$10. Okay. That's your American dollar, so it was more than that for me. But so
freedom dollars. Okay. Yeah. I was okay. Aside of a side. You just tell me this, and people at home tell me how stupid this is. I was thinking, like, I'm bringing out stuff with me maybe that other people aren't able to get from the U.S. Like, how dumb, because American currency is used everywhere. Would it be dumb if I brought like $2 bills out? Like, they're not very common. They're more rare. Would that be something that you think people would be like, oh, thanks for bringing me one? Or do you think people just wouldn't care? They'd be like, American money, I'll wipe my ass with it later.
Well, either way,
or right now. Or white.
Yeah. It's a nice little gift. People know how much you spent. Unless you're talking like tips, like you're going to be one of those Americans, somebody have $2, like, is the hotel what, $2? $2, I don't know what that tip culture is like in Germany. What's the tip culture? Why don't our German audience write down below?
In Germany, it's just basically you round up. So, like, if you basically keep the change. So in Germany, if you get the bill, you give them like cash. It's a very more cash than
But is it an expected? In Australia, it's tipping is just not even in, I guess maybe some of the classier, but it's just not a thing.
Exactly. Like, if it's a higher restaurant or something like that, there's a bit of a, like, you're going to tip a little bit in Germany, but you're still not going to be tipping the 20% that we tip in America. It's going to be like a couple of euros or something like that. There's
or your $2 bill.
Yeah, a $2 bill.
Yeah.
I think in Germany they'd appreciate a tip of a $2 bill. Like, people would get a kick out of it. They'd get a kick. They'd be like, oh, okay, and kill Simon. It took this long into the season before I turned Simon's face the same color as his shirt. It took me this long. Let me just come.
The gag about Germany appreciating Americans at the moment, that's really just got me up.
Have
you got some? Can you take some Canadian dollars with you? That might be safer.
I know. I just say A at the end of it. No, it's there's a litmus test, and basically the Germans will be like, oh, how do you feel about this one person from American politics? And how you answer that is determined on what they think of you and how they treat you. So needless to say, I'll be fine over there with my standpoint and my views. I'll be okay. Others,
good.
Quite sure. And if you are one of those others, rightly so. Not quite sure about you. But there's a saying in Germany, like if you give the cash over, you just say "stimmt so," and it's like essentially like keep the change. It's pretty much like this is correct or this is right. And if it was, 18 euro and you gave 20 euro, just keep the change. Like that's fine. It gets a little bit crazy if it's above a couple of euros and you're saying keep it. Then it's kind of like, are you sure? Because even a German server would be like, you don't want me just to get, I'll keep, like, you could give me a euro or something, but take the rest back. Yeah.
Yeah, carry around fives is what you're saying.
Oh, sorry, I can't tip you. We got too big of bills again. Yeah. But yeah, so I'll be catching, I think it's an hour earlier ahead of the UK. So I'll be catching it at 11:45 on the Saturday. People in the US, if you were at my time in Arizona, that's 5:30 in the morning. If you're SJ's time, that's 4:30 in the morning. If you're Simon's time, it's actually okay.
Actually, Saturday. I'll actually be watching a Saturday match on a Saturday for half an hour until it turns into Sunday. But normally I'll watch a Saturday match 2 a.m. Sunday morning. This will be 11:30 Saturday night. So,
okay, is that a bad time for you? Is that no, are you fine?
I reckon that fits within legal wake the house time. Because so 11:30 finish 1:30. And given it's Sunday morning, I reckon I can scream the house down. I might be you don't want to go nuts, but it's better than 2:00 Monday morning, which I was very quiet for the match we just had.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Which there was a couple of moments in there where you probably were yelling or wanted to yell. Those close scores where the ball's pinballing around and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it.
And I can't. You don't want to wake her up 3:00 Monday morning. That doesn't go down well. So, no.
I imagine the couch would be extra lumpy that day to sleep on, if that was the case. Quick shout out to Sam, who's a fellow Wrexham Phoenix member, and ran into him at the game at the match, the U.S. women's national team versus your Matildas, Australia. And he's actually, I guess his family's from Australia, and him and a group of his buddies all had the Australia tops on, and
nice.
They were out there. And it was interesting because somebody just walks up to me and I think he said something about, like, what about those Wrexham Reds or something? And I don't know who's saying it to me, and I'm not wearing any Wrexham gear at all. And then I looked around and he's like, hey, Rand. He's like, hey, I'm Sam. How are you doing? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, nice to meet you. And then he had informed me that I had met him months prior and didn't remember him. So apologies, Sam. I'm the idiot. I'm the insensitive, horrible person. But shout out to him. Absolutely cool. It was a fun match. And it was just women's games are, man, I love them. I absolutely love them. If anybody gets a chance out there to catch a match, they're so good.
Speaking of, I was waiting at 4 a.m. Monday morning. Well, I knew it wasn't going to happen. Poor women. And now they actually play the exact same time as the Peterborough match. That's just,
is that
not good timing.
So I hadn't seen that. So that's the official, that's the rematch.
Official exact same time, but they're playing down wherever they were going to be playing, down Swansea. But it's the exact same
when I'm on the
time.
plane, wait, so how does that work? Oh, that's going to be on YouTube.
Yes, so you could get Anna to stream that on the S4C Segorio channel. That's a YouTube one. And
let me just make sure that I can do that. Anna, can we stream 2 games at the same time while we're on the plane?
Yes, dear.
I might not be able to, but no, just kidding. No, she gave the appropriate answer. Like, I don't know. Can you? Yeah. No,
you've got a phone each, haven't you?
Yeah. It's just the problem is you have to pay for 2 different internet things to connect 2 different devices to.
And you can't. I guess you can't hotspot your $10 to hers, can you?
No, you can't. No, you can't. Yeah, it is.
Mm.
It is. They've thought this through.
USB cable could you get a little USB data transfer cable that did it? Maybe I want.
Yeah, if there's a way, I'll try to find it before we leave. But no, it's the same exact time. That's bad news.
Yeah,
that's bad news.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Everybody from Wrexham can hate me for this if you don't already. I'm definitely going to be watching the women's match during that time frame. That's just, I'll be watching that. I'm not going to be
the other ones. If
it's a choice between the two,
yeah.
Trophy match, women's match that decides how the rest of the season shakes up, 100% women's match. That's what I'll be watching. So sorry, I'll
be able to have both going.
Hey, there's a lot that you've been able to do that I haven't, Simon. So yeah. Oh, and to iFollow, who finally worked on my laptop again this week so I could watch the match on television. Like I said on Blue Sky, iFollow, I'm looking at you, iFollow. I apologize for all the bad things that I said to you, is what an idiot would say. I still hate you. Get your shit together. You suck. Making me miss 4 matches from the TV that I have to watch on my phone. It's your fault. I still don't like you. And there's a lot of jobs you would have to do for me before I forgave you.
Well, yeah, I was going close on that one. And mine's thinking alike. One swallow doesn't make a hock tour.
Hey.
Okay. Moving on.
Or, yeah. Or R.A.P. Hock Tua girl who scammed Tua to her audience out of millions of dollars.
Oh.
That. Okay. Yeah, she did she linked up with Howie Mandel's
Bitcoin thing.
Son, who does like crypto stuff, and did a rug pull. They sold millions of dollars from the followers.
I want people to know I was Cryptic long before crypto was even thought in your daddy's thinking place.
Yeah. Yeah. So big story to cover. The women's match we didn't get decided, so it turns out it's Wednesday. I'm still holding my same prediction. That is going to hold true. I'm going to stay on the same, even though the time has changed and there's been a week and a half is going to be in between. Is it that it's going to be because it's next Wednesday? You said, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No. Wednesday coming
wait,
up.
no, it's
Wednesday
this Wednesday.
coming up. This
Where
Wednesday.
am I?
When
Simon,
you're in the plane, Ram, we just took 40 hours. We just talked about this, Ram. Are you on the flight medication, the pre-flight pills?
Yeah. I've got my no jet lag. If you can see that. This stuff is good. If nobody has ever used this before, these are little meltaways that you take every single hour. And honestly, I've done it a couple of times on like cross ocean travel, long flights. I have not got jet lag. I just go to sleep like regular.
What all the $2 bills are for? It's one per use, is it? And you throw them away. You go, I'll be up. Right, no jet lag. Yeah, poor. Right, we go.
Oh, man. I almost had a prop also available. I had my mortar and pestle that was right over here, like not too long ago. And I was crushing up aspirin because I was, as you do, I was crushing up aspirin. And my son wanted to use the mortar and pestle to crush up some tea that he had that too much humidity got into it and it stuck together. And I was like, oh, yeah, you can use the mortar and pestle. And he's like, what's all this white stuff? And I instantly, I just said, cocaine. And then him knowing me, he's like, yeah, but what is it really? And I was like, it's aspirin. I use it as rooting hormone.
He's seen Breaking Bad, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Hasn't he seen Breaking? You work in chemistry, don't you?
Yeah. It would have been blue.
So did Breaking Bad.
Sorry, why are you calling me out? You work in a chemistry lab, right? You have access to all of the things that could make it.
Things.
I do not. Okay, for the record, government officials who are watching this for whatever godly reason, I do not have the chemicals to make meth. That is 100%. But I do have to make other ones. but not meth. Just so it's known, not meth. But yeah, so Wednesday, horribly, my brain's completely farted. On Friday, I was talking to Anna when we were driving home, and I was just like,
"That's good."
Yeah. As
Communication
you do to keep
good.
the relationship
Or
together.
were you telling her, turn left here, turn right, watch out, there's a car ahead of us, slow down? Were you talking
You
like
are going
that?
to get me so much in trouble. You stop it right now. You stop it. You stop it. I can't even go along with this bit. Not in the least. I want to live. I want to stay in this relationship. No. But I had also mentioned, like, we were leaving in more of a week's time, like kind of alluding to we had way more time. And then it's like, no, we're leaving like in like 4 days. And I was like, oh, the things that I haven't done that I should have already.
Did you get a ticket?
Oh yeah, I did. Immediately after we signed off last one. You know what sucks though about that tech end? Single ticket. It was a single ticket.
So what are you going to do when Anna's at the match?
We unfortunately are going to sit in the temporary stand. So the temp cop. And
yeah.
It's
no, good spot. And you get to do the fan zone and the whatnot and things like that. That'll
okay. This is perfect, Simon. Thank you for queuing that up. It included this stuff onto the ticket, and I was like, what the fuck is all of this shit? Simon, I've been under a rock. What the hell is the fan zone? I just know people were like, why are we paying extra for some shit?
I didn't think you had to pay extra for it anymore. I thought that'd have been...
Oh, no, I'm talking about when it first came out. People were like, fan zone, why are we going to pay extra for this? Like, what is the fan zone? I don't even know what it is.
Face painting. I want to see you with face painting. I want to see a photo with you, get some face painting done. Maybe some food. The Bank Street coffee guys in there. So you can get yourself a real good coffee there. Entertainment.
Isn't that Che and Bill Long's cousin? Bank Street's social, the coffee guy?
I did not know the familial part.
Taller guy, like 6'2", 6'3".
I've forgotten his name. I know his name, but I forgot that.
I forgot his name too.
I drank there off.
I forgot his name too.
No, I forgot his name.
I forgot his name. But I think that's the Long brothers' cousin, I think.
Okay, that I did not know, but it would not, because
they've shot like
else.
Final Whistle pod and stuff. They've shot it in Bank Street Social a couple of times.
Okay. For the free coffee. No,
I think. So Bank Street Social, face painting,
music. You get to see them record if they're the pre-match stuff they do. Mia and
Andy.
And Andy and other guy do?
Yeah. Colin? No. I know who you're talking about, and I don't remember his name either.
No.
New guy.
Yep.
New guy. Yeah. So friend of the pod, Mia. So I can be there and absolutely distract her and make it horrible. That sounds like a good time.
No, don't do that. Friend of the pod.
No, I would never. I would never. But yeah, that's cool. Anything else? They got food?
I haven't been there. I didn't go there. I was in the tech end, mate. So I took the single in the tech end. So I had a great time in the tech end when I went.
Oh, you were in the tech end?
To the race course. Yeah.
You lucky devil.
With a good mate. We had a great time. Even nil all Huddersfield, but had a great time in the tech end. Yeah. So now look forward to. Yeah,
I wanted to go because that's the match that I went to was in the tech end. The energy was great. I wanted to go back there again. It's the vibes are wonderful. And then
now that you're married and
you make it sound so bad. I'm luckily, okay. I've been so blessed as to. Yeah. But yeah, so Cop End, that's where I'll be. Snag the tickets, and then I haven't booked my hotel yet. Still need to do that. I was supposed to do it today, and stuff happened at work where I was just putting out dumpster fires, and all the way until I had to leave. I even left 40 minutes late.
That's probably a good thing you're putting the dumpster fires out, because if you don't book shortly, it might be where you're sleeping. Unless you like a warm bed, you might need the fire going because it might be a bit cold. So actually, just make sure it's still smouldering, just like a little,
Yeah. Again, I would be so lucky. I'd be so lucky to be.
If Anna watches this back and finds out what you said about it, you might be sleeping in the door.
Yeah.
With the fishes. That's where you'd be sleeping.
Simon, I will pay you back. I will pay you back greatly for all of this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Going out there, and then hopefully on that Sunday, there's a match on Sunday. Women's match. Mia is playing in Hundidno, Mia Roberts on Sunday at 2:10. So that might be the match to go catch. We'll just see how things turn out.
But then she's not going to be your friend after you've interrupted her the day before, is she? So probably that's the one to avoid, because she might kick a ball in your face.
Yeah. Who are you? Stop talking to me.
Have a ball.
Ball, meet face. All right. So typically we would review and predict kind of what our starting lineup would be for the upcoming matches. Parky's been throwing us some crazy stuff lately. I am not going to pretend to be able to predict the starting 11 with any type of accuracy. And how are you feeling?
Matches, 2 and 3 days. He's just going to have to mix things up no matter what, isn't he? And one match would be nice to win. The other match we need to win. And so it's just how much effort do you put into it? It'd be nice to win, And
first,
I wouldn't be putting
first teamers are we? How many first teamers do we see?
Well, we've got a few first teamers who aren't in the first team at the moment, don't we? I would have thought Howard would be playing rather than Okonkwo. Scar. I would have thought he would have replaced O'Connell. So again, there's one not playing. Maybe even Brunt back. Max has got to play because he's only like 12 and he's got to play. The midfield is going to be the interesting one because there's a few injuries in there now. Is Lee fit? Harry Ashfield, does he drop back? Matty James, George Evans, and up front I'd like to see Farl and Mullen, please. Please see Mullen, please.
So the Eminem, you want that Eminem at the front,
Farl,
which could be.
Which one's the other F and M?
Mullen and
Mo and Mullen.
I'm
with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Mullen, Marriott. How any other people wiggled their way? Like, how is Sam Smith in there? The SS officer himself. How is he in there? How's Rodriguez? Yeah.
We need more M's. Barky, more M's.
Yeah, Mullen, man. And I've been sitting on this idea. Simon, I haven't even told you about this idea. But it's not great. Let me just preface that.
So if you've been sitting on it, does that mean it comes out of your?
It's hatching. Yeah, I kept it warm.
Coming out the back. Yeah.
I'm an emperor penguin.
So
although
idea.
I'm only 3 feet tall, I take care of my young.
Oh, you're hatching it. Oh, it's an egg.
I'm hatching it.
It's an egg. Sorry,
an egg.
Right. I was thinking it's right. Yeah. Good. That's better. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you were talking about. Stop getting me in trouble, Simon. But I wish in one of these trophy match we had the nostalgia team, that we put out as many players that are the longest term players on there. So we see Palmer, Mullen, Cluith is going to be there, Mindy out there, Barney out there, Lee out there. Is that all from the 21-22 season?
Yeah. Not
all
that many left though.
Yeah, there's not that many. Is there any more from the 21-22 season? I don't know.
I'd have to look at the team, but not that I could.
But it would just as kind of like a swan song, like a sing-off of, it seems like the bell has tolled and we might not be seeing our buddy Mullen maybe getting much playing time if things shape up how they've been shaping up it just doesn't seem like Parky's really trying that out too much. So I have a fondness for Paul Mullen. You know, I probably always will. He is our talisman, and I just would love to see him go out there and start. And massive respect to Mullen, even after the win, that he didn't play in. He still supported the team, went out there and did the and I love that. So when I'm out there, I hope we get the win. I hope Mullen comes out to the crowd, does it. Oh, man, she's so good.
But you'll be up the other end.
I know, it's at the tech end. I won't get
with Anna saying, Anna, look what I gave up. Look what I gave up for you. Is that true love or what? You know, just showing it. Yeah.
Those are conversations I will never have, Simon. I love my relationship. I will never have that. But yeah, I miss Mullen out there. I miss seeing him doing his thing and finding the way to the back of the net. And if this is his, you know, swan song season or something on Wrexham, I'd like to see him go out with a bang, catch a couple of like worldies or like just amazing goals, and something that, you know, Ben Foster came back and he rode off into the sunset kind of until he showed up for the next season. He just should have not come back the next season. But yeah. But it's kind of like there's a nostalgia thing that, and I know it's like it's only for the new fans that would really have that.
He could still play at Wembley for us, you know. No reason. As he scores a couple of goals against Peterborough, play against Birmingham at Wembley. Maybe then, Marriott hurts his leg. Tonya Harding style.
Yeah.
Tonya. Nancy.
Yeah. Nancy Kerrigan. Yeah. Showing up.
And
with
again, that was a good movie with a good Aussie, Margot Robbie. There's a good Aussie for you.
Oh, yeah.
Barbie.
She is.
Barbie was an Aussie. Yeah,
I think she is the best product that I've ever seen from Australia. Hands down.
Because you're forgetting Mad Max, aren't you? Because you're discounting Mad Max. We're coming full circle again.
I'll say, not that I can lump you two together, but man, do I love like New Zealand comedies. So good. Just so good.
Yeah.
But there's some good Australian comedies too. But yeah, for sure. I like some Taika.
Ah, yeah. You can go back. John Clark, if you want to go back a bit further than Taika. Go back, have a look at John Clark.
John Clark.
He's
okay, what's something he's in that I might have known?
Nothing. Because I mean, you know, your culture's rather insular. The one, Hunt for the Wilder People. No, that's Sam Neill. That's Sam Neill. Sorry, no, John Clark. Is he in that? He's had a couple of bit parts in some things, and I couldn't tell you what. But look up his wiki or his
IMDb
star page.
Yeah.
Thank you. That one.
IMDb.
Yeah, look up his IMDb.
None of you guys know my last name, but if you wanted to go on IMDb page, you'll see that I have two, and not one.
Right? You'll see me too. I got two. One of them is not me. One of them is, but there's two of me, and one of them is not me.
Because one of them used my full name, and one of them used my nickname, and I never cared to make a change, and I still don't. So that's why you will not know my last name to look it up. But yeah, no, I know that, what was it? Hunt for the Wilder People?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Sam Neill. I don't think John Clark was in it. He may have been in a little part, but he's a Kiwi actor of that age of Sam Neill. Came to Australia to make it bigger, and he very funny. Yeah,
nice.
A New Zealand and Australian type of humour, and he clever guy. You know, wordplay and things like that. You know, rather than slapstick.
Oh, that's good. I mean, hey, I don't mind. As long as it's not Mr. Bean, I'm okay with. Don't go too slapstick on me. Or as one of the kids at the college once said to me, he's like, you know what? I really like slapdick comedies. And he said it with a straight face. He thought that was the name. And I was like, why isn't it? Why isn't it slapdick comedies?
But it's funny, you watch someone else get hit in the nuts and you laugh, don't you? Whether it's that could have been me, or like, I'm glad it's not me. You definitely laugh at somebody else is getting kicked in the nuts. It's part of,
yeah.
Definitely part of male humour.
So we're going to have to do predictions.
Move on. We're going to have to move on.
Yeah, and move on. So, prediction, Simon, for
Peterborough?
For Peterborough.
3-0.
Yep. 3-0.
3-0 at home. 3-0. We're going to meet Brum at Wembley.
Okay, so they're not going to score on us at all?
Can I say fuck that? I did. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're
getting banned anyway for having copyright strike. So
we'll never be monetized, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter. There's never going to be monetization on here. I think I mentioned it before. If monetization ever triggers, I will turn it off however you do that. Because
I think by saying fuck that and having copyright strikes, I think that turns it off.
We need freedom, because why else do this unless it's fun? But Peterborough sitting on the 20th position, on the event horizon of the
they've got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
And this is where it becomes good for us, because we both have bigger fish to fry, both in the league. Obviously they want to survive and we want to go up. And so I would have thought both teams would be stretching their squads, and given ours is worth a lot more than theirs and is a lot more classier than theirs, we should be able to do it. So 3-0.
Yeah. Hey, and we have a good second team, or our first team. We have a good first team. So 3-0 is not out of the realms. I'm going to be disrespectful, as I always do, and I'm going to go 5-0. Just...
If we were doing the insert, we could say, Rob, what do you think? 72-4. Rob.
SJ, edit this edition for us, please.
Insert Rob.
Yeah. I should have just had that queued up so I could share the screen and hit play. But did not.
Next time.
I did not. I am horrible. So moving on to the Bolton Wanderers match on Saturday. That's Saturday
night
in the park.
I was going to do on Saturday nights are right for fighting, because that's what's going to be. And Bolton going to be a much tougher proposition than Peterborough, and we're going to need to win before the other teams play. Whereas last league match we played after the other team, so that pressure was sort of off. Whereas we need to put the pressure on. So I'm hoping 2-0 at home. 2-0 at home.
2-0 at home. Okay. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be another 1-0 game. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a tough match. How is it that our away form has been?
Here's my take.
Yeah.
Better away atmosphere than at home.
Ooh. Okay.
Surprise take on that. There you go.
Okay. And you're saying from our traveling fans that they're more...
Because they're concentrated in one area and they get to sing, and they're singing all, and they're getting that feedback from themselves, and they're going and they got the interaction. Whereas at the race course, it's just seemed a little quiet the last couple of matches at home. And the cop is meant without a roof. The cop's, known as being rather, you yell and you're just yelling into the void. There's no
horrible
projection.
Yeah. You could be like me on Sunday at the She Believes Cup, where I do as I always do. I'm loud and obnoxious. And when I started yelling, there was a baby in
Aww. You made the babies cry.
It just went into the mom and was like, oh. And I was like, oh, man.
The bad man.
Oh, man.
The bad man yell at mommy. What the bad man doing?
But she was adorable. She had the little spectacles on, that made her eyes like 12 times the size of normal eyes. So she looked like the little Puss in Boots character from Shrek, with the little, the big eyes on there. It was...
And now she's just going to have a fear of bearded, loud men yelling at her all the time. They're like, it's just going to haunt her. She's never going to know why 30, 40 years later she's got this hatred of loud, bearded men.
She's going to grow up and she's like, Mom, I hate soccer. But why do you hate? I don't know. I just hate it. I always just this whenever you say soccer. I just all the time. Taking a page from the 1-0, I think that our Viking Jesus is going to score. Fletcher is going to be the difference maker. It's going to be in my opinion, it's going to be a hard contested fight. You have two managers who have been able to study each other pretty well throughout this season. And it's going to be a tactical match and probably, in my opinion, probably low scoring unless something ridiculous happens. Imagine a Rodriguez figures out how to connect to a Sam Smith. Maybe he figures out how to connect on an open goal. You never know what could happen. But I think it's going to be like really contested. Fletcher with the one lone goal, coming in as the super sub, coming in. And I feel like he also being the Viking and the plundering, which they do. I won't mention the first part that Vikings do, but the plundering, I believe he will take that somewhat Chinese medallion logo crest and badge that they have and take it for himself and wear it as a necklace after the match. As you do, the spoils of war, as you do, Viking Jesus. But yeah. Lineup wise versus Bolton. A little hard to tell right now, where that's going to go all the way next week. Things change daily. Revan starts. Revan doesn't start. Barney starts.
It's going to be tough, isn't it? 3 games in, 6.5 days type of thing. It's a tough ask. So depending on McLean's hip, he might be back for Bolton.
But does he unseat Revan?
Oh, was he out because of injury or did he get dropped? And if he's out because of injury, then he comes back if he's fit. If he got dropped, then
Parkey plays the hot foot. So if you're doing good, he doesn't really move you till you're not doing good.
Yeah,
he's the if it's not broke, don't fix it guy.
But he's the captain as well. So I would have thought if he's fit, he plays, and maybe that's in midfield. Given no Cannon, do we see Evans? And given if they're playing Wednesday, Saturday morning as well, you almost want 2 different midfields.
Revan can play the right too. So
yeah. I don't know. I mean, then Barney didn't play a lot, so he should be raring to go. But then, like I said, they still have to back up from Wednesday to Saturday morning. There's not going to be a lot of there's going to be no recovery, or it's just going to be just recovery in between. No real training, I would have thought. So, this is squad depth. So whoever doesn't play plays on Saturday. Yeah,
and hopefully it's a 3 points that we're celebrating, and we're talking about how we kicked off the hard stretch of the season, the gauntlet, and that we have succeeded in the first step of the gauntlet. I hope the next time we're talking, summing up what happened this next week, that it's a joyous conversation, and we're like, can you believe what we did? This is incredible.
Getting to Wembley and being within sight of second. I mean, we could have it could be a very nice week for us this coming up week. Book Wembley and have Birmingham beat Wickham and us win and be level on points. It could be a very nice week.
Yeah. And I will be the voice of Wrexham, as in people from Wrexham, or better yet, people from the UK. I will be this cynic and go, well, since it could turn out that good, it's probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably
and we'll lose to Peterborough and get another injury and just...
We'll probably injure half our starting lineup. And, it's very much going to be exciting. It's a good week. Tons of Wrexham going on. 3 Wrexham matches within the span of 4 days. Like, what more can you ask for? And then the next week, I'll see if I can join you and SJ, and hopefully SJ's back, or else everybody here, your wish came true. All the emails you've been sending, it's only Simon. His only Simon site is finally launching. It's only Simon's. I have a filter in Google from the emails that come in. If it says, I would like a show, specifically the words either say Simon only podcast, that filters you into the junk mailbox. So I don't see any of those. So if you're requesting it every week, go ahead, keep requesting it every week, but it's in the junk mail. But you might get your wish, and you might get Simon. Hopefully I can tune in next week, but I might not be able to. just the way like time zone change and wherever I'm at that particular day. But we should touch base on some of the comments.
I've got a couple of quickies. I want to share a quickie with you. I wonder, I probably shared this last time. I probably did, but I need to share it again.
I'm listening.
Poor old Lofty, mascot wars. Poor old Lofty's going to cop it. He's in the snow there with a shovel, and
yeah,
I mean, is that shrinkage? Like, if it's that cold that there's snow and it's like that, or is that, that's just a nasty photo. I just would have.
I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight.
We'll just get rid of that one. Ooh, I saw that. I won't share that this time because there's children watching. And because there are children watching,
yeah,
and it's a family show, we have a book reading to send you to sleep. A continuation of Rand's volume.
Yes.
And then...
Yes. Wait.
Let
me kick it off. Because nobody has donated to the Kickstarter yet. The whole purpose of this, people out there, is I'm trying to raise money for the novel, for me to be motivated to actually write the whole thing. I don't have the motivation yet, so I need you guys to donate money on Kickstarter to fund me. So if you could just please go on Kickstarter and search
We are going to continue
novella.
This until you donate.
Yes, we're going to keep doing it until you donate.
Until you donate.
Until you donate. Yeah.
We're not going to stop until you donate. There you go. That's a promise we can make.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you're back now. I can see you now. But until I said you're back now, image was frozen, no audio was coming through. Yep. This app doesn't want us to read the excerpt. That's how bad it is. This is the Wrexham novella, the romance novel that I'm working on. Simon, with his buttery, sultry voice, is going to read a small portion from it, from where we left off last in the story. This is the next logical part.
And we won't stop until you pay. And then there was Phil, the steady hand on his shoulder after the match, the unspoken words that lingered in the space between them. The way Phil's eyes followed him, full of something Paul could not name, yet felt in every glance, every enthusiasm. Tune in more next week, unless you pay.
So if you're paying attention, that has changed hands. The love has changed hands. Elliot Lee and Phil, and now Paul? Phil, you're getting around, my friend. You are getting around. I like it.
Yeah.
But,
you don't need to. You can love more than one. You don't have favourite. You have a favourite child? I mean, you probably do have favourite children. We can't mention that. I've certainly got a favourite wife. We can't mention. She's not here. She won't watch it.
What is it? Just for shits and gigs.
Where'd that go?
What's your least favorite wife, Simon? So evidently we have reached the logical conclusion. But before we go, we must give some shout outs to some of the people who reached out on the social medias and on YouTube. Simon had highlighted a couple of favorites that he liked. Simon, what did you see? What was the platform, if you could share?
Just pulsating and throbbing now, Ran. I must say, it has picked a perfect time to throb. Scotty picked up on this, and it was the red light of rocks, Ran. You don't have to put on the red light. Yeah. Copyright strike.
I know. Again, my pitch perfect is failing us. If I were to be part of a police operation, possibly what you would call a sting, I would want that song playing during that. Roxanne.
Ran the
Red
sting.
Light.
I saw them
not that
in
cool.
there.
Not that cool.
Yeah, I saw that tour. That was Anyway,
yeah.
Very good.
Scott, friend of the pod. Scott has been on the pod 3 or 4 times, at least. Shout out to
Hostage
his wonderful daughters. Yeah. Hostage of the pod. Glad you made it out. Glad you didn't turn us into the police. Dun, 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 dun.
Or the Who.
Or the Who. Are you who? And
Well,
then
they've got all the CSI themes going, haven't they? So they know it all.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I just pulled up the Liz Jones 007. So it's a cool name. Cool screen name.
And they just sold Bond too, didn't they? Amazon just bought all the rights to Bond, so maybe Liz Jones 007 will be coming out next.
Yeah, it's going to be Jeff Bezos as Bond.
Playing Liz Jones 007.
Yeah. So
and
yeah, Scott,
Liz, if you want to get your hand in Rand's goodies, do give us a shout, and we'll let you when he gets back, you'll be able to grab something from his bag,
like a claw game.
Yes.
I open my drawers. And then it inevitably just picks up something and drops it.
Drops it.
Also, I wanted to super cool. Never spoke to them personally either on like email chat or nothing. But Wrexham AFC fan zone. They've actually commented a couple of times on a couple of videos, and
they put out a lot of good videos.
Yeah, and they put out amazing videos. It's one of the probably main Wrexham things that when I'm subscribed to it, like when an update, like a new thing opens, like almost instantly, the moment that I have available, I'll go and watch it. So Wrexham AFC fan zone, thanks for jumping on. And they said he said, I'm going to add a link to our pod to his if we don't mind. Of course we don't mind. Like, you're doing amazing stuff. The only thing is, I don't want to bring down your stock in value with my horrible novellas.
And as nice as it is, that's still not going to stop us doing the novella. We want cash.
It won't.
$2 American $2 bills. We keep reading.
I'm paid in dirty cocaine residual.
The more residual, the better.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks. And I wish I knew their name first, so I could say thank you to them personally. But yeah, Wrexham AFC fan zone, cool ass channel. Anybody that's watching ours, you have to be watching that already. And if you aren't, go and watch it. It's amazing quality videos. It's just and their timing of putting out videos so quickly, like it's professional operation over there.
Better than us.
better. And but should be said that Meg did get this last one again, right?
Yeah. But banned for life. You got the 5 wins. You got the flag.
Get the flag.
Love you heaps, but
yes. Well, yeah, and should we do an emoji for today?
Oh, it's got to be flying. Rand's flying out. Got to be the plane takeoff.
The plane taking off.
We've probably done that one before, but given that you're
because we did that for when you and SJ were heading out.
We're in Wrexham.
I know.
Oh, such a blast!
Yeah. Oh,
it was
and so the countdown has started. If you all happen to be in Wrexham or are visiting Wrexham when I make it out there, March 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, feel free to reach out, contact me. I enjoy beer, so do what you will with that information. And finer pork options, however you want to. Do you want to pull that pork? I'm fine with that. Would you like to spatchcock that pork? I'm okay with that as well.
Are you going to try and catch up with Neil Williams and see Pork That Walks?
Captain Whitchurch himself.
Captain Whitchurch and his Pork That Walks.
I didn't go. Did you go out to his farm when you were out there?
No. I got sick.
So you did.
We were avoiding that part of it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Neil Williams. I hope I can go. We'll see how it goes. I am not going to have a vehicle while I'm out there. So like, if it's something out of walking distance, we'll see.
Yeah, you got to get a bus to Whitchurch and then
But I'd love to see Neil, see all the guys. I never met Neil in person or Andy Park.
Well, you need to book a hotel, otherwise you might need to hit Neil up for a sow stall to sleep in.
Yeah. Do you have a manger? Anyways,
yes, we've got his fight.
Yeah. Full-grown man.
Yeah.
Is laying in this.
It's a big ass manger.
Unclothed.
It's Wales. It's a big ass manger. They don't have the little. They got big one, mate.
Yeah, it's made for. It's made for what it is. Yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in today. It's been fun. SJ, we'll see you soon. Miss you. And everybody else out there, hope that you have a great week, a great day, and are enjoying fun times with your loved ones, friends, and family, and making the best of this place we call Earth.
And if not, say hello to your wife. Up the town.
The town! Gee, everybody's in trouble today.